Don't wait up. Girls only. I'm Tyler Maddox, 32 years old, working in construction management for Gravora Group out of Denver, Colorado. In 3 weeks, I was supposed to marry Alyssa Phillips. That Friday night, she kissed me on the cheek, grabbed her overnight bag, and headed out for her bachelorette weekend in Vegas. There was something in her voice. It just didn't sit right. I'd been with Alyssa for 4 years. We met in a coffee shop on 17th Street when she spilled her latte on my work boots. We laughed, exchanged numbers, and soon she became the center of my world. She was gorgeous, driven, working in marketing for a tech startup downtown. Everyone said we were perfect together, but lately, it hadn't felt that way. She'd started spending more nights out with friends, staying late at work events, and coming home with stories that didn't quite add up. Anytime I'd ask about it, she'd get defensive. You don't trust me. She'd sand-eyed back off because I didn't want to be that guy. Her best friend Vanessa kept pushing for the bachelorette weekend. One last wild night before. You're tied down forever, she'd joke. Alyssa laughed along, but in her eyes I saw hunger not for marriage, but for something else. That morning while I made coffee, I watched her pack. She tossed in dresses I'd never seen before. Lingerie still with tags? When I asked, she shrugged it off. The girls want us to dress up, it's Vegas. I kissed her goodbye. She smelled of the perfume I bought her for Christmas, wearing a full face of makeup at 7 a.m. for a flight. I love you, I told her. Love you too, she replied, already looking at her phone. After she left, I sat in the kitchen with coffee and the world's best fiancée's mug she'd given me last Valentine's. I stared at it. It's that heavy feeling in my chest telling me something was about to break. Later that day, she texted, "Made it safe. Miss you already." But when I called that night, straight to voicemail. Same thing the next morning. I kept telling myself she was just having fun with friends, but deep down, I knew. She'd been pulling away for months, voiding talks about our future, glancing at other men when she thought I wasn't looking. I didn't yet know how bad it really was. Growing up, my dad worked 60-hour weeks to keep food on the table, and my mom held everything together with duct tape and prayer. They taught me love meant showing up, especially when it was hard. That's what I'd done for Alyssa for 4 years. When she got promoted and worked late, I cooked and kept dinner warm. When layoffs hit her startup, I paid rent for 3 months without a word. When she wanted that pricey photography class, I picked up weekend shifts to cover it. That's what partners did. You built together. Looking back, I can see it started shifting after that promotion 6 months ago. She began going to more work, events, staying out late with colleagues. She spoke often about her boss, Gabriel, how smart he was, how he understood her career goals. He says I have real potential, she'd tell me. Then there were the new friends Vanessa from yoga, recently divorced and anti-marriage, and Jessica from work, who bragged about dating apps and one-night stands. They'd take Alyssa out. And she'd come home late, sometimes fuzzy on the details. It's just blowing off steam, she'd say. She started texting during dinner, planning nights out without me. Weekends, I suggested plans. She was already booked. Worst of all, she looked at me like I was safe, predictable, boring. 2 weeks before Vegas, we went to her company holiday party. I watched her light up around Gabriel and his circle in a way she hadn't with me in months. That night at home, she claimed she was just tired but stayed up texting someone for an hour. Should have confronted her, but I loved her and feared the answers. Sunday morning, I expected to hear from her before I picked her up from the airport. Instead, I got a text: flight delayed. Getting in late. Don't wait up. No heart emoji this time. Straight to voicemail again when I called. Then my phone buzzed a message from my sister Vanessa, who works security coordination for the hotel chain Alyssa's group stayed at. Tyler, we need to talk. Come over. When I got there, she had her laptop open and a look on her face I'd never seen. She turned the screen toward me, hotel bar footage from Friday night. Alyssa, in a new dress, laughing with a man I'd never seen, his hand low on her back, her leaning into him. Then the elevator kissing, hands everywhere. There's more, Vanessa said. Noise complaints. Room 1247. Friday and Saturday night. It's multiple partners. The words hit like a physical punch. 3 different men. Tyler. Different nights. She showed me everything. 4 years together. A wedding 3 weeks away. Deposits. Paid guests flying in, and she'd thrown it all away. This wasn't a slip, it was who she really was. I asked Vanessa to send me every file. "What are you going to do?" she asked. I looked at Alyssa's laughing face frozen on the screen. Disappear. That afternoon, I started canceling the wedding venue, caterer, photographer. I transferred my half of our shared accounts, changed passwords, boxed up her belongings. By nightfall, she finally called. "Hey baby, finally landed, exhausted. Good night, love you." Blocked her number. By midweek, friends were calling, saying Alyssa was in a panic. She showed up at my work site, told my foreman it was an emergency. "I don't have a fiancée," I told him. I ignored every call, every attempt at contact. Weeks later, my sister found even more Alyssa bragging at the pool about being single. Telling people I was controlling and boring, marrying me for financial security. One of the men? Gabriel. Married, with kids. She'd been using me as a safety net while having affairs with her boss and others. I wasn't going to confront her. I was going to let her destroy herself. I moved to Austin, bought a small house, quit my job to start a consulting business. Slowly, I rebuilt a new bank, new number, new life. I launched a podcast called Clear Signals about relationships, betrayal, and self-respect. One episode, The Power of Silence, went viral. I was finally living for myself. 6 months later, the truth hit Alyssa in the worst way. Her friend Jessica posted every Vegas screenshot publicly, tagging Alyssa, her family, and mutual friends. Within hours, Gabriel's wife saw it, divorced him, and sent the footage to his company's board. He was fired. A local politician and a youth pastor from that weekend also lost their positions. Alyssa's reputation was in ashes. She lost her job and ended up back in her childhood bedroom. Meanwhile, my business was thriving. My podcast had tens of thousands of downloads. I was dating someone who respected me. Justice had caught up with her, and I didn't lift a finger. Sometimes the best revenge is simply living well, while the truth does the rest.